Hello there, Windy City Stunties. It's Goblin Marine here with the Week 5 recap. Oh man, we are almost done. So this week, we had some interesting results. Little Lizzie taking it 2-0 over 6 Psychopaths. So this was Yo Romeo versus Nillyman. Yo Romeo, man, he's going ham on these stunty dodges now. He's making all these crazy plays where he just cage dives because why not? Other than not really defending his movement up skink very well, it's great. It's working out for him. I'm loving to watch it. Uh, he just kind of went aggro on it right now. And really, Nillyman just had trouble with this one. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but his team didn't want to cooperate. The one bad thing, little Lizzie, this skink itty bitty scored and got the MVP, so he was 3 SPP to 11, but he died. That's kind of unfortunate. Uh, so where is it? Pickups. Then our dice rolls. There it is. So 50% pickups. Not bad for ogres. Dodges doing pretty good. Going forward's doing all right. Wake up after KO was about even. Boneheads hurt him a little bit. If I remember this game, he started without too many boneheads, and then they came on heavy. Whereas Little Lizzie, catches didn't work out. I think, was there rain in this game? I don't remember. Yeah, not sure. But Yo Romeo pulling this one out with some skinks. Not a lot of SPP to save for it, to show for it because he got busted, but pulling out the win all the same, which brings him a little higher on the leaderboard. Brunch Time versus Trolls Are Stupid. Striker versus Puke Puke. This one was just rough. It started interestingly, so KO'd Goblin, or the Saw was KO'd and the Goblin was hurt on turn 1 when Striker came out swinging with his block halfling and his trees. But the ball carrier gets the ball, or the bomber got the ball carrier in the tree. So it was an interesting first move, but it paid off. Uh, but then Striker got the ball right back. A tree intercepted a bomb, or caught a bomb and threw it back. The next turn, another bomb is intercepted, but the fling can't throw it back, and the ball carrier gets blown up. The goblins managed to get in and get it and run away. Striker used his wizard, but Striker was really fighting not to let Puki Puki score. It wasn't this one wasn't ever really in Striker's hands. Only the Fanatic, so out of all the weapons and bribes, only the Fanatic made it to turn, or to half 2 to set up, and it was Blood Bowl 7s for the second half. But the trees rooted, and the Fanatic was KO'd by turn 11, so it was really low. It was, what's that make it? 6 goblins and 5 halflings duking it out. Puke Puke manages to put it in after basically daring Striker to surf the ball carrier. So he stalled just short of the end zone on the sideline with the sideline cage, and that's really just begging a coach like Striker to YOLO it and double GFI 2-die uphill, surf the ball carrier. But it didn't work out for him. Puke Puke got it in on turn 15, and then it started raining for Striker at the end. So rough luck on him. Looking at the dice, dodges were not working out for Striker. This is terrible for halflings. Like, unless he's dodging with the trees without break tackle, this is just abysmal. There's not really much you can do for that. Go for it's were a little rough. Let's see. Pickups were a little, that's about right. He's Agi 3. Lots of inaccurate passes. Lightning bolt worked. 75% on the bomb, so I think that's probably bad for Striker. I think that means that too many guys got hit. I'm not entirely sure. But he got 100% of his interceptions, only 25% landings. I think that's a little low. I think that's supposed to be 50% for IG3. His block dice were pretty good. But Puke Puke, block dice were all right. The dice cooperated, He got what he needed to win this game and to take it 2-0. My game, so I played uh, Zimmer or Wollenslew and his ogre team, and I got ogred, man. What can I say? So last week I was talking about how Chuck and I were on top because we know stunties, and then Nuffle ogred me. My weapons didn't really show up to do anything. They tried, but they failed. And his ogres just pounded me into a pulp, like 16 armor breaks. He had a pass. So the week before, apparently he had trouble picking up the ball in the rain. This time he had 3 ogre TDs, and I believe at least 3 ogre pickups. So let's look at him, and let's look at pickups. 5 and 1 for pickups. At least 3 of those were ogres. Catch, that was an ogre. That was a handoff to an ogre, I believe. So good on him. He's getting some good development here. Got plenty of pals. I'm not sure his block ogre did anything, but I got good dice too. Well, I guess that's not my dice. I got pretty good block dice too. I had as many pals as I had both downs and skulls, but I just didn't throw that many blocks. And really, where was it? Where are my dodges? Dodges worked all right. Yeah, I really just got ogred. I just got beaten up, and my weapons didn't come out the way they needed to. BigChuck versus Grazy, Underway Freaks versus Make Like a Banana. This was an interesting game to watch. So Grazy had a Star Bomber, I forget which that one is, and Nabla, and he didn't ever use the Star Bomber. I'm not sure what was up there. But it was raining when Grazy received. You know, extra arms didn't really do anything this game, which was interesting. You know, he just kept rolling either a 1 or 4 plus. It was interesting, but I don't know. It was just a tale of Grazy being able to pull it out despite what Chuck was trying, and Chuck got some bad luck. You know, he put the ball on the Crocs the second half and had trouble getting downfield with it. You know, Grazy got a little rowdy and got it both down on 2 red die and took the Crocs down, and Chuck had to get a skink and get it in. And then Grazy was able to fire right back with a 1-turn touchdown. And you get a 2-1, or 2-1 turns into a 2-2 on turn 16. Grazy was forced to score turn 7, and there was a high kick. So Chuck equalized pretty easily on the 2-turn touchdown. He just ran with it, you know. Anytime a skink catches the ball on a high kick, you're going to be able to do things. Yeah, you know, that's not great for the chainsaw, but it did its job. I don't know if it's better or worse off that he didn't get to use the bomber dribble snot, because it might have just gone bad on him. So, you know, that's all those games. Leaderboard, BigChuck's on top, 4-1-0. So he's got, 13 points. I'm next with 9, and then we've got Grazy with 8. So I am not in any way cemented in second, but Chuck is pretty much run away with this. If he gets one more draw, then Grazy can't beat him. If he gets another win, then nobody can beat him. I have to win out, and Chuck has to lose or draw. No, I take that back. Chuck has to lose at least one game and then draw the other, because 2 draws would tie him if I won out, and he beat me. So everyone's going to have trouble reaching Chuck. You know, Grazy needs anything I need minus a draw. So for Grazy to win, Chuck has to lose out, and Grazy has to win out. So Chuck isn't cemented. There's 2 of us that can catch him, but he's run away with it. You know, Grazy and Puke and Nillyman and Striker are all within shooting distance of second, I would say. Even Yo Romeo and Wollenslew could come in second, depending on how things go. If there's just a lot of losses up here, but I don't know what the matchups are. That might not actually be possible. But let's take a look at the teams. So Trolls are stupid. He has a bunch of diving tackle, block. Everyone's getting blocked but me, and a sidestep. So that's going to be helpful to him. He's got plenty of diving tackle. Not really any way to keep them from getting pushed off, but it at least makes people make the 1 dies. Still no Trolls. Commentator, elite of the worst. Zero team rerolls. So I did notice this week that Nillyman's Ogres did better with the rerolls than this team with no rerolls. But this team, look at these Ogres. Break tackle on all of them except one. Block, piling on. He's got a diving tackle, Noblar. He doesn't have room for any stars, but he's not going to get any. He's so high SP or TV compared to the rest of us. Um, I would like to see Handsome Beard pick up a third level before this competition is over. He's got 2 more weeks to get 6 XPP. You can do it. But this team, if we go into a season 2 of this and he brings this team will be a good contender season 2. Uh, you know, he ogred the crap out of me last game. He just needs to pick up some rerolls. He needs to get some money, which he's close to, and get some rerolls. Grazy's Underworld. This troll is OP in a stunty league. I saw Tentacles do something against a lizard this week. That was great. Extra Arms was a fake skill this week. Didn't come out. I wasn't paying attention to when he was regular stunty and when he was 2 heads dodging, but hopefully he's making good use of the 2 heads. He needs to get Flop and Sad Gob some more SPP. They're so close. I'd like to see him throw a pass with Flop and maybe, I don't know who he plays this week, but get an injury with Sad Gob. I don't know. Score with Drop-In. So a pass from Flop to Drop-In, and Drop-In needs to go score. The troll's good enough. You could get Extra Arms guy to score if you really wanted that second skill, but probably you're taking 2 heads or you're taking Big Hand. I don't know. BigChuck, 1180. He's up there with the Ogre teams. An MNG on Diving Tackle Skink, but he's got 2 block skinks now and a Grabsaurus. So he's got all the skills he wants, probably. These sidestep skinks and the block skinks. He can score in 2 turns, so as long as you score on turn 7, he's fine with that. I don't think he's worried about not being able to 1 turn like some of the other teams. I mean, our Goblin teams in this league can't even 1 turn because they don't have a troll. So he's probably fine with how he's developing. He's 1 out. He's only had 1 draw so far, so he's doing very good. Nillyman has 5 ogres. I don't know if he started with all 6, but he's got 2 team rerolls, so probably not. A move up ogre. That's great. That is excellent. And Agi1 ogre, he's fine. Nobody cares about Agi1. Like, you just hand it to somebody else. He's got break tackle, so it stops him from dodging twice, perhaps. If this ogre picks up dodge, well, on doubles you take block. So if this ogre takes dodge, then he's got a 75% of not needing break tackle. But with break tackle, you don't really care about IG1. So this team's developing nicely. He's got the 2 rerolls to help him. He's not quite, I would say, his ogres aren't as good as Common Zimmers, but his team has got the rerolls, which makes a difference. So he's a little bit better team just because of the rerolls, I think. The actual players aren't that much better, and I don't know that anybody really, like, a 2 leveled up Noblar is just bloat, I think. I don't know that that's worth, what is that, Surefeet? Yeah, I don't know that Surefeet really is doing much on this guy. Like, maybe you're throwing him, but then why does he have diving tackle? I don't know. This guy seems like bloat to me, but that's just because those guys are so cheap to begin with. I'm up next with my team. I don't believe I have anything but grab and... Oh, no, that's right. So my Fnatic is missed next game, so that sucks for me. I did roll a 6+4 on the Jack-O-Lantern, and I figured I'd make him LOS guy now. So he picked up armor, and he's just going on the LOS. And if you break him, that's fine. He was going on at the end of the half anyway, and I saved a bribe. If you don't, then I got a bomber. So I took the AV mostly for the lulls. I don't know if it's actually worth it. I don't suggest doing that, but I don't know that he gets better with any regular skill. So at least there's an argument for this making him a little better. And if you say take movement, no. There's no way that this guy needs movement or to be fast. This is the only one that's worth taking movement on. And he has Surefeet. I have a diving tackle. I've got a niggle now, which I don't usually like carrying, but I don't really have a choice. I did finally pick up a troll. Oh, I need another troll now. I've got plenty of money. So I think I need to grab my second troll now because I paid heavily last game for not having a troll. That's the only thing that could help me versus the ogres. It's just too easy to get the ball and chain off the pitch. I needed trolls, and I needed them badly, and I had Ripper, and he got KO'd, and he just sat down because those trolls scared him. So he just took a nice long nap and stole my money. What you gonna do? Yo Romeo's Lizard team, unfortunately, they lost the strength up, but they have a movement up and a tackle. He's going to be playing with quite a few. He gets 2 journeymen, so that's a lot of loners, really. But this skink with diving catch is interesting. Uh, hopefully he puts that guy in the backfield and runs to hand it off. If this guy gets a double, I might even take kickoff return to put him in the backfield. We'll see. It's interesting. Tackle's always good. Movement up is great. If this guy gets sprint and another movement, he's a natural one-turner. If he gets either of those, then you only need 1 push, which probably they'll put their big guy there, but you get to pick where you do it. So he's a 1-turn threat now with a couple GFIs and pushes. I think if he gets sprint, then 1 push for a 1-turner is totally doable. So this team's coming along. It's unfortunate that they lost the strength up, but he's on the board now, and he's got some development. Break tackle on the Crocs to help keep him mobile with all that movement is also good. Striker. Look at this. Look at this. Is this a stunty league, or are we playing with general skills here? Block, block, block. Diving tackle, diving tackle. So, Striker's going to be Striker. He's going to roll all the awesome level ups. So these guys also have the Wizard Stadium, so they're going to be the bashy stunty team, unless Grazy suddenly starts taking horns everywhere. This is the bash team of the league, which is quite funny to me. So looking at next week, we have an ogre mirror. That's going to be amazing. It'll really come down to the boneheads, I think, because the Nillyman 6 Psychopaths has rerolls, and Common Zinner's the Elite of the Worst doesn't. But Common Zinner has 5 leveled ogres that are coming along nicely. And Nillyman just doesn't have his ogres aren't as good. So I think I have to give this one to Common Zimmer. If he gets like a kickoff event that gives him a reroll, then he'll be in a really good team. And I guess Nillyman's got almost a wizard worth of inducements. So Common Zinner dumps some of these Noblars. Wait, is Nillyman getting 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Yeah, so he's at 1140. So dump a couple of your Noblars so that he doesn't get a wizard. Because he'll be at 1140. So he'll be at 120. He's got the money, I think. Yeah, you have to dump a few, but I think Common Zimmer can do it with his ogres. It's really going to come down to how much use Nillyman gets out of his rerolls, and whether his 4 ogres or 5 ogres are up to keeping up with the 6 that Common Zimmer has. Next is Grazy versus Pookie Pookie. Underway Freaks versus Trolls Are Stupid. I like the Underworld in this, especially with their tackle tentacle troll. There is some block. It is goblins, so if the weapons show up, they'll be in good shape. And it's only 2 bribes worth of... Yeah, so he's only going to get 2 bribes in TV as long as Grazy's taken his level ups. Yeah, so I got to go with Grazy on this one, actually, because there's only 2 bribes for Pookie Pookie. He doesn't have enough money, enough inducements. Make Lizard Mirror, make like a banana and Little Lizzie. Chuck is so experienced. It's hard to root against him with this. I really hope that your Romeo can take it though, and give some of the rest of us a chance to catch Chuck. I don't think a draw helps. I think that if Chuck wins this one, I think he's won at 5-1. Yeah, that's 16 points. Nobody can catch him. So I'm really rooting for Yo Romeo on this one, but I think Chuck's going to take it just because he's Chuck. Like, he knows what he's doing. Then there's me versus Striker. what's the inducement situation look like? 860 versus 840, so there's not really inducements. Oh, and I got money to spend, okay. And he doesn't. So he's at exactly 11 players. I might have to grab that other troll. I might have to grab a troll and unload a goblin or two. Um, we'll see how that goes. Because he's got plenty of inducements. Well, he's already got the wizard stadium, so it's not like he's taking a wizard. Probably it'd be a chef, and I don't know. This one's going to come down to the rerolls. He's got a lot of blocks, a lot of blocks. But my fanatic is out, and now I have a troll. I'm gonna give this one. I got to go with striker though. He's got 3 block now, and he may not have tackle, but he's got block away. So I think striker will take that over me and move up, take my spot on the leaderboard. Um, so we'll see. There's still a lot. It's mostly a battle for second now, but everyone down to 6th place is still in the battle for second. And if we're talking about who comes in third, I think everyone's still in the hunt for bronze in this league. I don't think anybody's out of it quite yet. Um, you know, Common Simmer's in roughest shape there, but he can still maybe do it. If he beats Nilly Man, he'll be ahead of him, and possibly ahead of Pookie Pookie, depending on what happens. So we'll see how this how this unfolds. It's going to be interesting. Uh, I hope you're all having fun with Stunty League so far. I know I am, even though I got ogred last week hard, but it's been fun. I'm enjoying this. Hopefully we can get more teams next time, and I would probably do a Swiss, and then maybe some kind of bowl system. I don't know. Anyway, this is Goblin Marine signing off.